Why do some students flourish in the face of academic pressure, social expectations, and personal struggles while others feel overwhelmed, lost, or disconnected? The answer often lies in something deeper than intelligence or discipline. It lies in a silent force that shapes how we cope, respond, and evolve in challenging environments. That force is adjustment. Adjustment is not just about fitting in or getting used to things. It is a complex, multi-dimensional psychological process through which an individual harmonizes their internal world thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and identity with the shifting demands, roles, and expectations of their external environment. In essence, adjustment reflects the continuous interaction between the self and the world. It is the ability to balance personal desires and societal demands, to stay emotionally regulated while navigating unpredictable terrain, and to remain resilient in the face of pressure, disappointment, or change. For students, adjustment is one of the most critical factors in academic success, mental health, and overall well-being. It is not static. It evolves through time, influenced by both internal personality factors and external environmental conditions. The nature of student adjustment. In the school context, adjustment spans multiple areas. Academic adjustment, coping with workload, managing expectations, engaging with learning. Social adjustment, building healthy peer relationships, navigating group dynamics, finding a sense of belonging. Emotional adjustment, handling stress, anxiety, and emotional triggers in a constructive way. Institutional adjustment, aligning with the values, culture, and structure of the school environment. When any of these domains are out of balance, the student's adjustment is compromised, leading to emotional distress, disengagement, or behavioral challenges. Core factors that affect student adjustment in school. Let's go deeper into the key psychological, social, and environmental elements that shape how well students adjust. 1. Personal and psychological factors. Personality traits play a major role. Students high in openness and emotional stability tend to adapt better to change and handle stress more constructively. Self-concept and self-esteem affect confidence in academic and social settings. When students view themselves positively, they are more likely to take initiative and engage with challenges. Resilience, the capacity to recover from setbacks, acts as a buffer against failure and discouragement. Cognitive flexibility enables students to adjust their thought patterns and try new approaches when faced with difficulties.
2. Family environment. Home environment is often the foundation of a child's coping mechanisms. Supportive, communicative, and emotionally responsive families tend to raise children who are more confident, emotionally intelligent, and able to navigate the demands of school. Conversely, environments marked by neglect, conflict, or unrealistic expectations can lead to chronic stress and poor adjustment in academic settings. 3. School climate and teacher relationships. A positive school climate, one that is inclusive, respectful, and engaging, creates psychological safety for students to be themselves. Strong teacher-student relationships foster trust and motivation. Teachers who show empathy and understanding can significantly ease a student's adjustment period. On the other hand, overly rigid or hostile environments can trigger anxiety, rebellion, or emotional withdrawal. 4. Peer influence and social belonging. The need for social acceptance is deeply rooted in adolescence. Students who feel connected to peers are more likely to feel secure, motivated, and resilient. Bullying, exclusion, or a lack of supportive friendships can severely damage adjustment and lead to isolation or mental health issues. 5. Academic demands and pressure. Excessive academic pressure can cause emotional burnout, particularly when students lack the skills to manage time or cope with failure. Students often tie their self-worth to performance. Without proper guidance, this can spiral into perfectionism, anxiety, and disengagement. Healthy adjustment involves finding meaning in learning, not just surviving the syllabus. 6. Socioeconomic and cultural background. Students from marginalized communities or low-income households may struggle with adjustment due to financial stress, cultural dissonance, or limited access to resources. Language barriers, discrimination, or a lack of representation can create internal conflict and reduce the sense of belonging. Schools that prioritize equity, inclusion, and cultural responsiveness create environments where all students can thrive, regardless of background. 7. Coping mechanisms and emotional regulation. Students with strong emotional regulation skills are better at managing anger, disappointment, or fear. Those without these tools may resort to avoidance, aggression, or withdrawal, which undermines adjustment. Emotional intelligence, especially self-awareness and empathy, is key to building healthy coping strategies. Why adjustment matters. The ability to adjust is not just a student issue, it's a life skill. Students who develop strong adjustment capabilities grow into adults who are better prepared to navigate relationships, careers, and adversity with strength and grace. Adjustment impacts mental health and emotional well-being, academic achievement and engagement, social confidence and communication, long-term resilience and adaptability.
In short, adjustment is not optional, it's essential, empowering students to adjust better. So how can we support better adjustment in students? Teach emotional intelligence from an early age. Normalize conversations about mental health and stress. Promote balance, not perfection, in academic and personal expectations. Foster inclusive classrooms that value diversity and encourage expression. Train educators to recognize signs of poor adjustment and respond with empathy, not punishment. Encourage family-school partnerships to build a strong support system around every child. The goal is to create a world where students don't just survive school, they thrive in it. If you found this helpful, follow Livora for your daily spark of self-growth, purpose, and emotional strength. Stay connected. We post every single day to guide you on this journey. Because the more you grow, the more your relationships thrive. This is Livora, where emotional intelligence meets everyday life. Let's grow together.